All right, I may get in trouble for this video, but I'm going to pull back the veil on how criminal defense attorneys set their prices in a flat rate model. Now, in a flat rate model, one of our other videos on the YouTube page here we talk about is the difference between billable firms or flat rate models. This video is only talking about flat rate models. The question that you as a client trying to hire a firm should be asking yourself and asking the person you're talking to is, how did the firm get to that flat rate? Now, the reason I may get into trouble is a lot of attorneys don't want clients to know this, but a typical way that criminal defense attorneys set their rates is they look at what everyone else is doing and they just set their rates either the same, higher, or lower. There is absolutely no control on the quality of services with that model. There's no reason for it. It's just the industry standard. So let's say that someone's saying, well, I'm opening a firm and I see this other firm over here charges their clients this much for a DUI. I'm going to do that and subtract $500. That firm has no idea how much it actually costs the firm to do the work. And you have no idea what kind of quality of work you're getting based on that price. All you know is they looked around and they saw what everybody else was doing and made a random decision on what they're going to charge. There is a better way to do it, but not many firms do it that way. The best way to set a flat rate price for any criminal defense practice or any practice that uses flat rate billing models is to look at the amount of work that is done on a case over a course of numerous cases. So I can only speak to what Right Law Group does because I'm in our firm, I know what we do. So I'm going to give you an example of how we set our prices. Hopefully this will kind of help you understand the difference between just willy-nilly picking a price based on what everybody else is doing versus actually providing a price based on the value and the services rendered. At Right Law Group, what we did with our prices is we looked over the course of a number of years of our firm being open. We looked at all of the cases that we worked on of a specific type. So with that, we said, okay, we have all of these people who have first-time DUIs. How much work went into this? How much time on average did the attorney spend in court? How much time on average did the paralegal spend drafting motions, getting pleadings filed, getting the discoveries collected, getting it sorted? How much time went into this DUI case? And we did that across hundreds of cases that we've had in our firm. And then we took those numbers and we averaged them out. And then we assigned a low billable hour rate. So we looked at what the average industry standard is for attorneys, paralegals, legal assistants. We set that hourly rate, and then we averaged all of that out. And we got the base amount, the average amount of cost for a DUI case in Colorado Springs. Now, that is both positive and negative for people because some people may say, well, I may not have the same kind of case as so-and-so down the street. What we did with our prices is we said, well, this is what we normally do as far as the amount of work on a case, but we're going to lessen it by a couple of hours just to be on the safe side. And then that gave us the flat rate price that we at Right Law Group use. That is a much more scientific, much more surefire way of making sure that our clients are paying for the quality of services they're experiencing rather than just looking at what Joe Blow down the street is charging and charging the same or less or higher. We have actual data to back up our prices. When you're talking to a criminal defense attorney, you need to see, do they have reasons for their prices? Do they have data to back it up? And you know why they are actually setting the prices the way that they do. I can tell you on average when we're looking at our pricing in our law firm, we generally, let's do the DUI example, we generally lose money in our firm. We lose about $400 to $500 a case on DUIs on average because the amount of work that we do actually would be more expensive if we were doing an hourly model. But to keep it fair for all of our clients, we set that flat rate for everyone so that no one has to pay more than they should. So when you're looking at hiring an attorney and they say they have a flat rate, really think about how they set their prices. How did they determine what that price is and what they're charging you? One other thing that I may get in trouble for is a lot of firms don't even have set prices. And that is the secret sauce that most clients don't know and most attorneys don't want you to know. But a lot of firms go and they say, well, this person's telling me this story. They seem to have a good job. I think they can afford this much, so I'm going to charge them that much. I don't know about you, but that makes me very uncomfortable. When I'm looking at a case, or if I'm a potential client of a firm and they're looking at my case, I don't want them basing what I pay them off of my job or whether I make good money or not. I want them saying, well, this is what this case is going to cost. This is what it costs to have this case done right, and that's what I'll pay. So when you're looking at firms, you want to know, do they have set prices, or are they just pricing it based on what they're getting as far as a vibe from you? I can tell you only what we do at Wright Law Group because that's the firm that I work in, but at Wright Law Group what we do is we have set prices for set cases. There is no deviation. There is no, this person seems like they're very rich, so I'm going to charge them $1,000 more. They're set. We have a list of prices that you can see. It's exactly the same in every single case. So these are things to be aware of. I hope that I don't get too ridiculed by their attorneys for putting this information out there, but I think it's very important that clients know what they're paying for and why.